Hey, Will King here, and today I'm in a basement of a commercial building, and I want to talk to you about a water filter system that's really a set and forget type system that you can install in your house or your business, and then you don't have to keep up with all the scheduled filter changes like you do on a traditional system. Anytime you have a whole home water system, you really need to consider having a nice sediment filter first, so that way all the incoming water goes through that nice spin-down sediment filter prior to going into your chlorine filters, just so it saves the life of your more expensive type filters like the chlorine or heavy metal filters. So let's talk about the spin-down filter first. Now, this is a unique model from iSpring. It actually has an automatic flush valve built in. So if you're familiar with these at all, the water comes into it. It actually has a screen that you can see behind the clear housing. And what that's going to do, that's going to trap down to 50 microns of dust, rocks, hair, large particles, whatever it might be on the outside of this screen. And so you're going to visibly be able to see it as it collects. But now most of these models have a manual valve on the bottom that you're going to have to open and drain into a bucket. In fact, I have that same one at my house. And I will say it works well. But this is a much larger spin-down filter. So this is going to have like 25 GPM capability, so it can have a lot of water flowing through it. Again, it has the auto flushing valve on the bottom. So you can see here, this is either battery powered or you can plug it into a wall outlet. And it's going to set the schedule here, and then it's going to drain the water out through that hose on the bottom. That's going to keep this filter nice and clean. And one more thing to add about this, it has two different thread options. So it has both 1 inch and 3/4, which we use the 3/4 here on this application. And on top, it has a valve that reminds me a lot of a pool filter. So it has 4 different functions. It has off, filter, bypass, and flush. So you can easily bypass it while you're doing maintenance on it without having to use an alternate bypass line that you see here. All right, so next up in the system is this WF150K set and forget whole home water filter from iSpring. Now, you're probably familiar with the traditional 3 cartridge filters that you might see in a whole home application, but this is a lot different animal. So this is going to be just one large filter that you see here behind this nice neoprene sleeve. It's going to be able to capture things like chlorine, heavy metals, VOCs, lead, and lots of other contaminants inside this. And what's so neat about it is that it has both like a self-cleaning function and an auto flush function. So this is going to last up to 10 years inside your home or your business. It's like 1 million gallons of water is the capacity of this filter. So it's going to last a really long time depending on the water usage inside your residence or inside your commercial space. So on top of it is an actual digital control valve. And this is going to be where you get to set the regen function or the auto flush function. So then you can control at what point during the day and how frequent it's going to flush the system out. So it has a nice drain line that comes off here, and you're going to be able to run that out to sewage to discharge all that wastewater, and that's going to be flushing all the contaminants that's caught inside this. It has a nice bypass line on the back, so when your plumbing hooks to it, if you need to bypass it for service, you don't have to kill the water to your entire property, thanks to the nice valves that come on the back of this control valve. Okay, so this flush valve is powered by a 110 wall outlet. So it includes the charger or includes the power supply cable with it. So you'll make sure you have to have an outlet for that. So the schedule in this smart control valve is very customizable, but if you don't set the schedule yourself, it's gonna default to every 8 days at like 2 a.m. in the morning for that auto flush feature. And one more quick thing, this is rated at like 26 GPMs. So when it's paired with this spin-down filter at 25 GPMs, you're gonna be able to get a lot of water flow through these 2 filters together, which is gonna be great for commercial setting like we're in today. If you wanna find out more about these filters, they're available on Amazon.com.